every time I make a piece of art, I like to think, and I am definite on this, I see it as putting a piece of me out into the world, but more important, a piece of joy or a piece of tranquility. That's what I want to do. My name is Myra Carter. I came from Scotland, so I've got a slight accent. I enjoy painting bold abstracts. Lately I've started to paint some softer ones too, but abstract is my favourite medium. So an abstract artist. I've always been an artistic person. I've always done things like ceramics and mosaics and sketching classes and so on. I really started to get into painting probably more than 10 years ago when I had some illness issues. And one of those unfortunate things was getting cancer twice. And there were times when my family would be saying to me, go and paint, because I would be in an emotional state myself that you don't know if you're full of tension about upcoming procedures or operations. You think you just don't know where to put yourself. You can't attain calmness. You feel all the emotions at once. You're sad, you're angry, you're anxious. And the only thing that would alleviate that was painting. And actually, you know, as I just said, the family would say, Mum, go and paint. In other words, please pick up that paintbrush. So yeah, so that helped me a great deal, and it made me feel calm, and it made me feel proud of something at the end. And now I'm at the stage where when I first started to paint, there would be occasions where I think I'm not happy with that painting, but I don't know why and I don't know what to do. And now I'm at the stage where I think if I'm not happy with a painting, I generally know what the problem is and I know how to fix it and I know how to sort it. So in that way, the payback is even greater, because the sense of satisfaction when you create something that you think is beautiful is really enormous. So getting more of that feeling. First of all, I think abstract art isn't for everybody. There's going to be some people that are not going to like abstract art. It doesn't matter what I say and it doesn't matter what anyone says. So I think, okay, acknowledge that. Secondly, if you're looking to understand, for use of a better word, abstract art, then I think it's useful to be able to stand in front of a piece and think, what does this painting make me feel? Does it make me feel happy, peaceful, sad, anxious, angry? Is it agitating? Are all those colours annoying to me? Because I think it's a means of communication. It's a means of communicating emotions. I don't think it's useful to stand in front of an abstract painting with your logical head on and say, oh my gosh, what's that? You know, is that a man there, or is that a dog, or what? You know, I think one of the beauties of abstract painting is that it can take you to lots of places, and our brains do see things in abstract paintings that quite often weren't intended by the artist, but our brains work that way. We look to see faces, we look to see shapes, and we naturally finish them off to make a face or whatever. So that's an exciting part of abstract painting. And I think to the people that think, oh, well, you know, my 5-year-old could do that, or, you know, she's brought paintings home from kinder that are just as good as that. Well, I just think, well, good, get them framed then, you know, that's terrific. But actually, if you sit down, if you've never painted before, or even if you're a realistic painter, if you sit down and try and do an abstract, believe me, it's not as easy as you think. You think, oh, it's just a few splashes here and there, you know, that anyone can do that. But actually, there's a lot of judgments that have to be made. I think that as our lives become more complex, and as we're contained and hampered by different things, we usually have to have some money, and we have to have somewhere to live and food in the cupboard. And then as you get older, you have other responsibilities, you know, well, you have childcare when you're younger, but when you get to my age group, you have health, or you have aging parents, you have all kinds of things. So all of these things are responsibilities and constraints. The only thing I could think of that is totally free is painting on a canvas, because you are totally in charge of that. No one is making it but you. You can decide whatever you want to do. And there's not many occasions in life when that is the case. In fact, I can't even think of another one. I know when I go up to a blank canvas, I find that exciting. It's just as exciting for me as someone taking, you know, a ride at a fairground or something, like, because it's full of potential, and off we go with the journey. And there's nowhere, like, it could take you anywhere. And the thing is now that I think I am not frightened. I'm not scared of messing it up. I'm not, you know, in any way afraid, because I know whatever I do, if I don't like it, I know how to change it. I know how to fix it. I've never really tried to paint realistic paintings, although I have gone to sketch classes and so on. But I haven't really tried because it's the freedom of abstraction that gets me. It's that ability to do whatever you like, and the ability to create something that you didn't intend to, but it looks really great. To think about, can people bring art into their life, and what purpose does art serve in their life? I think that art is, you look at a piece of art and you think, oh God, that is beautiful. And the reason why you think it is beautiful is it's bringing up an emotion inside you, and it's bringing up an appreciation of something that you think is beautiful. Maybe it's reminding you of somewhere you've been, or it reminds you of someone, or it reminds you of some experience. So that in itself is valuable. And I think that on a cognitive level, now they're finding out that all colors have different vibrations, and they vibrate into the room that they're in, whether you're paying attention to it or not. Like, we know psychologically now that colors affect us. Most people will say, oh yeah, blue's calming and red's a hot color, and you know, the reason why fast food stores like McDonald's have their signs in the colors that they do is because of psychological research about colors affecting us. So okay, it's not a secret that colors give off vibrations. So colors give off vibrations, colors affect us, and they affect us emotionally. And even big business knows that, and marketing knows that. So I think if you know that, then purchasing a piece of art has the potential to bring happiness into your life. It's a potential to bring joy into your life, to bring peace into your life. It can be energizing. It can make you feel powerful. It can make you feel calm. It can make you feel all kinds of emotion. So that alone, I think every time I make a piece of art, I like to think, and I am definite on this, I see it as putting a piece of me out into the world, but more important, a piece of joy or a piece of tranquility. That's what I want to do. And I am very happy when people buy my paintings, but even if no one bought my paintings, I would still be painting, and I would still be putting them out there, because you want people to view them, of course, but you're conveying that emotion. And all the time you do that, you make the world a better place to live in. So that's why I do it. You can find me on Facebook at Myra Carter Artist, capital letters. And you can find me on Instagram at Myra Carter _artist. And if you forget all of that, you can Google me, Myra Carter.